So I'm gonna be gradu um Alright, ladies and gentlemen, our next and only comedian is Mr. James Hayward. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, very kind of all of you. Wow. Thank you so much for coming out tonight on YouTube. So, I'm James Hayward, as you might have heard, and I'm going to be graduating in just a couple of days now. So, yes, very, very good. Obviously, graduation isn't going quite as I expected. It's gone a bit wrong, really. You can tell not only from the fact that I'm not actually doing an open mic in a real comedy club, no offense, owners, but, well, you know, there's the small matter of a worldwide pandemic that's killing hundreds of thousands of people. Not gone well. And this actually got me thinking back to the last time I graduated, which was high school, obviously, and that didn't go very well either. I guess you could say I'm a bit cursed when it comes to graduations. I'm not quite sure why, but last time I graduated, it all sort of started with a photo. Two photos, actually. The first one was a panoramic photo. My school did it every year. Actually, you can see it here, thanks to technology. So that's my entire graduating class. Desert Vista, class of 2016. Go Thunder. Thunder was our mascot. I don't know, that's what it looked like. I don't know what that is. But anyway, Go Thunder, class of 2016. And as you might see there, the student council decided to have big letters on their t-shirts that read out, "Best you've ever seen, class of 2016. Very, very, school spirity, we'll say that. I don't know what that means, but people like to say that in high school. I don't know why. I didn't care. And then I'm good at words. 5 girls from that student council, our student council, remember, elected officials. This was when I first started to realise that elected officials didn't mean intelligent or good. But anyway, 5 of those girls had a bit of a big brain moment, as we like to say. I can only imagine it going like this. Come on, it's fun. Come on, Stacy, look. Fuck off. No. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. And so 5 of the best and brightest that my school had to offer took that photo. And at exactly 9:10 a.m, we'll get to how I know what time a bit later, it was posted on Snapchat. Because, obviously, nothing survives on Snapchat. The whole purpose of Snapchat is that only one person looks at it and then it goes away forever, right? Well, no, actually. It was screenshotted, because that exists, and it was posted on Twitter. And Twitter was very interested in that photo. They said it was racist, or something along those lines. I'm not quite sure why. And what followed after that was a very interesting day of school. In fact, just thinking about that day of school, yes, no, I remember it very well. I saw that photo for the first time. A student showed me it on Twitter. And I have to admit, this was, early 2016. I was young and naive. My world had not yet been shattered around me. And so I saw that photo, and I have to admit, I did what all white people do when they're confronted with racism, which is go, oh, whoa, that's racist. Wow, yeah, it actually does spell, wow, yeah, I thought we fixed this. This was supposed to be fixed. I'm blown away. Who would do that? Wow. Whew. Wow. Huh. And then my second hour rolled around, which was choir. I don't sing. I didn't take choir. I was a teacher's assistant. Which reminds me, high schoolers, if you're watching this, if you ever have the opportunity to become a teacher's assistant for choir, do it. Because I got a whole credit for sitting in the teacher's office, and maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, I'd have to make copies. That's it. It was, one of the few things I actually enjoyed about high school, so, there you go. True advice. Also, don't be racist. I don't know if that's going to come across in this, but, racism, it's not great. But anyway, because I was a teacher's assistant, I pretty much spent the whole hour on Twitter. And this was about an hour and a half after the photo was first taken. And Twitter was blowing up. I think by this point we were number 4 trending, Desert Vista was. And someone had doxed them. I say doxed, they posted all their full names in order with the photo. And then lunch came, so sitting out in the courtyard, talking about the photos, talk of the town really. And someone tweeted out, during lunch, the location of my school, and said, you know what to do, which didn't make me feel very, very safe. And the first thought was, I'm 18, I don't have to be here, I can go home. And then I remembered that I had a math test. And for some reason, I thought that was important. I don't know why, looking back at high school, I could have missed that. I could have missed so many math tests. Nothing matters in high school. Literally nothing. But anyway, I thought, okay, that's not good. I want to go home, but this math test, okay. I guess I'll stay for the math test and keep my eyes out. I don't know what I would do if something went wrong, but there you go. That's the condition that high schoolers are put into. And we sat down. I was like, okay, let's do this test. I've stayed in what I believe to be a dangerous situation, but let's just get this over with. And my math teacher said, well, the first hour students, they didn't get to take the math test because of the panoramic picture where everyone was dismissed. So it's not really fair for them to not take the math test and everyone else takes it, so we're just going to take it tomorrow on Friday. And that was upsetting. But not as upsetting as what my school did to respond. Because they, well, first of all, you see 5 white girls saying the N-word on their t-shirts. You would think that that school isn't very progressive when it comes to the racial issues of America. And a lot of people were labeling my school as racist. It sort of was, but just off the photo, that's out of order. So some of my teachers got together and they came up with a hashtag. Because this whole thing started blowing up on Twitter, and they decided they were going to end it on Twitter with hashtag Thunderstrong, which is the whitest response you could possibly have to allegations of racism. Not, oh, you know what they did was kind of shitty. No, it was hashtag all lives matter. I mean, Thunderstrong. To show the world that even though people use this terrible, horrible, awful word called racist, we aren't going to be affected by that. We are going to show everyone that we're not racist by creating a hashtag to show the world that we're the real victims in this situation. Godspeed, White Strong, Thunder Strong. Great job, everyone. And then the next day came, which was Friday. There was a protest scheduled to happen outside my school at, it was just before school got out, really. And, I did the other white thing, which is like, oh man, that's a big shame for me. I'm going to be killed and eaten by social justice warriors as soon as I leave school. So I didn't really want to go to school, at least not, my last hour. No, because I wanted to leave before the protest started. But the last hour was my math class. And we had a test that day. So I stayed. Nobody else came to school. It was literally about 30% attendance that day. I sat it out. Got to my last hour, and my teacher said, nobody showed up for school today. So it's not really fair to have the math test today. We'll have it on Monday, but definitely Monday this time. So that was fun. And, protest, no one really showed up. I avoided it, didn't really see anyone. Not a big deal. And that was the end of that, mostly. I mean, the students got suspended for a bit. They didn't come back to school because we would have killed and eaten them. So they finished online. One of them lost her soccer scholarship, but then apparently, they gave it back to her under the table. And I thought that was the end of it. But then we got to the end of the year. And the yearbook came out. And the yearbook, very wisely and tastefully, decided that they would address this situation that was really the highlight of the school year. So they didn't have just a little thing in the yearbook about it, like, some stupid students did some stupid shit and it was bad. No, they gave us a 2-page spread in the yearbook. We had a timeline, very badly executed timeline, if I might add. It showed when class was dismissed for the photo, when the photo was taken on Snapchat, and when DV High School responded with hashtag #ThunderStrong. Which really nobody remembers about it. The only reason I remember about it is because they decided to immortalize it on here. But it's basically just a whole bunch of self-congratulatory stuff about how we responded to the terrible, horrible things that people were calling us after 6 of our students were racist. I say 6 because I forgot how many letters are in the N-word. But also someone took the photo, and she got suspended too. So only 6 of us were racist, and we wanted to make sure the world knew that. So yeah, they rounded up as many people of colour that they could find to be on camera and say that nobody in the school is racist. And yeah, that was the first time I graduated. And now this is happening with the global pandemic and stuff. So, I wasn't going to get another degree because I'm not very bright. But I think it's my duty to the world to not get another degree because I don't think I can graduate without something horrific happening. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm James Hayward. Don't forget to like and subscribe and the bell icon and all that other stuff. Our next comedian doesn't exist yet, so thank you very much. Drive safe. Good night.